Welcome to Simply Fishing, featuring world-class angling. Hosted by Bob m, 9-time world record holder. Simply Fishing is brought to you by Canadian Connection, your travel connection to quality fishing. Evinrude, the world's most refined engines with new Ficht ram injection. Odyssey, the pig family of lures for trophy fish. Pinpoint Positioning Systems, a Brunswick company leading the network fishing revolution. Pose and Wardens, makers of the Awaker and Giant Jackpot. Ranger Boats, still built one at a time so you can fish hard, run strong, and rest easy. Shimano, Calcutta reels and Compre rods. Fish the best. Fish Shimano. Strike King lures, now with the Magnum King for pike and muskie. Tough Line, premium braided fishing line. To catch the big ones, you've got to get tough. Now, here's Simply Fishing with Bob m.
Sun's going down, we're starting to get that low light. Big weed bed in here, very, very big weed bed. There's a couple of rocks in here, big boulders. We may bounce off a couple.
All right. So don't stand too close to the edge of the boat. Huh?
Yeah, just sort of be careful. Water's dark, sky's getting low so you can't see. You want to get that thing to pop. Watch what I'm gonna throw this jackpot out here.
Hi everyone, Bob m here. About 4 years ago, while talking to a fellow angler, I was asked why I don't guide for muskies. The truth is, I didn't have an answer. However, after considering the question and analyzing what guiding truly is, I considered an alternative. An alternative I thought would go beyond the normal experience of being in the company of a qualified guide. I wondered what it'd be like to be able to select the best musky waters one knows, at a time when everything is peaking, and introduce fellow musky anglers to a learning experience of a lifetime. That experience has now become what we know as Simply Fishing's Muskie PhD, held at one of the finest facilities on Lake of the Woods, Wiley Point. We're about to take you into Wiley's atmosphere and introduce you to Muskie PhD and the results of such an event. In attendance this year were nearly 70 anglers representing nearly every degree of muskie proficiency known, from the incredible staff of instructors such as Kyle Brixson, Matt Thompson, Brett Erickson, and Ted Roos, to a long list of manufacturers and personnel such as Mike James and Steve Lindahl from Ranger Boats, and of course, one of my guests this week, Mr. Robert Betts of Shimano, all here to learn and share in the musky angling education of everyone in attendance. Folks, this is a no-holds-barred course in pure exhilaration. The adrenaline is pumping at PhD. I only wish we had even more time available to share some of the other experiences outside of what you'll witness in this two-part series, Muskie PhD 2001.
How many want to come back here next year? Another personal best came this trip. I had the opportunity the first night out, before I say this, let me say this. I know a lot of people want to get in the boat with some of the instructors, myself included in that, and it's not always possible, okay? Quite frankly, there's a lot of things that we have to do up here to make sure that everybody gets handled. But I had Lisa come to me and she says, I know you're going out with Jason, and with that being said, would you take a young man with you? And folks, we need to get these kids involved in fishing, and as much as we are fishermen, nobody can get the kids involved in fishing like the parents. Cole's dad sitting right behind him. That's what it's all about. It's not us, the instructors. It's not the people like write the articles and go to TV and do all this kind of stuff. It's the person that's home with these children each and every day, leading them to this direction, this path in life. Cole, come on up. We're out on the water the second night we're here. We pull up to a spot. It's a curious young man, quite frankly. And we pull up to a spot, and he's sort of inquisitive as to why we chose this spot, and Jason's in the back of the boat, and we're fishing along this edge. And I'm throwing one of my favorite lures, and we're coming back across the edge of this saddle, and he starts telling us about the only muskie he's ever seen in his entire life. Turns around and tells me directly to me, he says, yeah, it was an 18-incher, and it was really fast. I says, really fast? Yeah, you said your buddy fed it at the dock, right?
Yeah.
And when it came off from underneath the dock, it went gone, right?
Yep.
Just about the time he got that out of his mouth, this jackpot's going kabloop, 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 kabloop. About from me to Chris away, 45 inches eats it, comes straight out of the water, head shaking, and here's Cole. If I wouldn't have had a Ranger 522, we'd have been throwing them a life vest. So we held the fish up and we gave her a real close look at it. And I says, Cole, you're going to get one of these, didn't I?
Yep.
And Cole, what did you get?
45-inch muskie.
A 45-inch muskie. And folks, it doesn't start here, it doesn't stop here, it starts right there with the parents. That's the key. For those of you who go back and you have kids of your own or you have neighbors that are sitting there, you know, talk about the sport, get the kids out. We have the same thing going on with the Malloys right here. It's an absolutely fascinating, fabulous thing to see. Multi-generations, families up here enjoying the sport.
Robert, I'm going to pull this grandma through here. I got a bait I want you to throw. This is called a JP6. It's a walleye pattern. I'd try this one. Put that one on.
Thanks, Bob. Tell you what, I'd like to try a plastic bait.
It's not a bad choice. I'll go ahead and throw that.
Okay.
You know, throwing other baits isn't a bad deal, guy. You know, sometimes we get really bound up on what we like to throw all the time. Maybe something different is the way to go. I'll throw this little puppy, though.
Okay.
I won $20,000 on this fishing with Tom Ralph last year. I'll certainly throw this.
Well, I don't want to lose that one then.
No, that's all right. We can replace them. You know, I've never thrown crankbaits like I have for the last couple of years since I got this cranking 8 in my hands. I really didn't throw crankbaits nearly as much. But this rod just handles every crankbait I've put on it, from big to little. This JP6 has just got such an incredible action on it that when they just inhale it when they eat it. You know, I started to tell you there a little bit about the amount of time that I spend with a crankbait in my hand. Has improved, greatly improved since I got the cranking 8 rod. This is really going to change my whole attitude. Folks, what I got in my hand right now is a Shimano TE. Now this is a TE300, Calcutta TE300. This thing is flat incredible. You're actually looking at one of the very first in the United States, and it's in my hands. And I don't think it's going back to Mr. Betts. This is the smoothest reel I've ever thrown. It's got power you wouldn't believe. Enlarged handle, larger grips, larger gears. The whole thing is built for power, and it's smooth. Oh. I can see more and more bucktail crankbait usage from me with this rod and reel combination.
I know we had them on the dock there at PhD yesterday, and everybody was getting a chance to throw them.
Right.
There wasn't a soul that didn't come away that was overly impressed.
Well, the high efficiency gearing that got in there gives you additional leverage.
Uh-huh.
You still have a great retrieve ratio at 5.0 to 1, but the larger spool diameter allows you to pick up a lot more line.
A lot of line. If we need to, it'll let us drive these crankbaits even deeper than we have been diving them. I like it. I'd like to see one hit that thing. It'd be kind of cool. But I'm telling you, JP6.
That's the ticket?
JP6. We're going to get up here to this little rock reef that's right here, and there's a saddle, kind of a little shelf coming off of it.
Okay.
And there's a saddle all the way between these right here. They'll lay up in here, especially when this current flows back and forth. And you really never know where they're going to be, but they'll be on the edges more than likely. And this lure has a real ability of diving down those edges really nicely. There's rocks, banging rocks. Oh, there we go. Nice fish.
Nice. Need the net?
Yeah, we'll just bring it right in there. Net down in the water. There you go. In. Leave her head down. There you go. I'll get a hook out on her. Super. Easiest way to do it is cut my hook. Fresh. She's down in the water. I just need to cut that. Close to it. Cheat yourself again, didn't you? Man, let me tell you, she pounded that JP6. Absolutely pounded it. Pretty fish, though. This one's yours, you know.
I know. I know.
Let's get that crankbait back in the water on your rod.
Okay.
There she goes. That was definitely a boil. There we go. Good fish. Barely got it hooked. Barely got it hooked. She's gonna need a net. She's hooked in the upper lip. If she jumps, we're losing her.
Yeah, front or towards the back.
No, right there's fine, I guess. Yeah, 50-incher. See her? Hang tight, hang tight, hang tight. Going down. Right there. 50. Spinning on me now. Okay, maybe go to the back now.
Nice fish.
Yeah, she's 50. Without question. Nice fish, Robert, huh?
Very nice fish.
Coming toward you now. If you get the net down in the water, and just kind of open, they got to kind of go back from the back, come toward me. She's hooked pretty well right now. I got both hooks in there. There she is. Keep her in there, keep her in there. We waited all day long in this bright sun. Again, it's been like this all year. He's got his hands full. Okay, I'm gonna have you come this way with her, Robert, and I'm gonna cut some hooks.
All right.
Nice job, Mr. Betts. Okay, you just kind of hang right there for a minute.
Okay.
You're looking at number 72. Oh yes, well into the 50s. Pardon me?
Hold on just a second.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. Get it?
Yep.
Okay, set that one down, get the 35 millimeter. She's trying to go.
There we go.
Oh, absolutely.
Come on, she wasn't heavy. Tail down, tail down.
Oh. Yeah, that's a nice fish. I'm looking at, I'm gonna say 52 to 53. Good girl, huh? Look at her, isn't she beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you, sweetheart. You are so beautiful. That's what we're looking for, Robert.
Yep.
She's gonna go back now. Here she goes. She's gonna go away slow, nice and slow. Oh. Oh. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, she says, I'm out of here. Isn't that beautiful?
Great looking fish.
There she goes, tailing down. She's saying goodbye. That's the sign you want right there. Absolutely. She's gone. She's history. Woo-hoo-hoo. Robert, that's what it's all about. That's musky fishing. That's what PhD's all about. To bring people in like yourself, to industry people, everybody that wants to enjoy this fish, get them on the water and teach them what this fish is about. That's what it's really like. Hi everybody, remember one thing, practice CPR, catch, photo, release. The future of fishing is in your hands. You know, Shimano, Ranger, Evinrude, all these people bring us great products. It gets us on the water. It allows us to get where we can catch those big fish, but if you don't treat them right, you don't put them back, it's not gonna do us any good. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week with more Simply Fishing. I want to say thanks to all the folks back at Wiley Point, the host resort for Simply Fishing PhD 2001. Folks, if you think about musky fishing, if you want to learn about it, be here next year. You won't regret it. We're going to get you one before you're out of here.
That's the plan.
You're not out of here for a little while yet, so we're going to get you one.
Simply Fishing would like to thank the following sponsors. Canadian Connection, your travel connection to quality fishing. Evinrude, the world's most refined engines with new thick ram injection. Odyssey, the pig family of lures for trophy fish. Pinpoint Positioning Systems, a Brunswick company leading the network fishing revolution. Warden's Timber Tiger, the ultimate modern crankbait for shallow water. Ranger Boats, still build one at a time so you can fish hard, run strong, and rest easy. Shimano, Calcutta reels, and Compre rods. Fish the best. Fish Shimano. Strike King lures, now with the Magnum King for pike and muskie. Tough Line premium braided fishing line. To catch the big ones, you've got to get tough. Beckman nets. When your trophy's on the line, depend on Beckman. Peterson Tackle, maker of the Rattletail Inhaler bucktails and spinnerbaits. Up North, the official web provider for Simply Fishing and many outdoor activities. Please practice CPR, catch, photo, and release. The future of fishing depends on it. Reach us at Simply Fishing, Box 33, Hugo, Minnesota 55038, or on the web at simplyfishing.com.